Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to BC lecture number 3C. Today we'll build up the concept of diode model and the types of diode models. Okay, so far in the PN junction, we have seen this is the basic structure of PN junction, and this is my IV characteristics with the diode equation given to us. Okay, so a PN junction is a two-terminal device that does not carry much current in one direction, but carries a significant amount of current in the other direction. That is why it is called as a diode. This is all known to us, right? A diode has two terminals, anode and a cathode. We have a diode voltage and a diode current, and ID is given by approximately Is times e raised to Vd upon eta Vt. Okay, so what is this diode model? So diode model or diode equivalent circuit. So basically, it's a diode model or equivalent circuit is a combination of elements properly chosen to best represent the actual terminal characteristics of the device in particular operating region. In other words, once the equivalent circuit is defined, the device symbol can be removed from the schematic, and the equivalent circuit or the model can be placed in its model can be inserted in its place without affecting the behavior of the system. So rather than trying to explain this, we will see shortly what is the meaning of this statement number 1 and 2. Okay, so let's start with this modeling of PN junction diode. So we know diode is a non-linear device, correct? Because the current versus voltage characteristics is not linear, it's exponential in nature. Okay, so the very first diode model we know it's an exponential model. It's of the diode characteristics only. Here it is. This model is called as an exponential model. It's quite accurate model if we know the value of Is. Okay, but it possesses computational difficulties. Fine. So in diode in a circuit, we will replace the diode voltage by its diode equation, which is non-linear. Okay. So what do you mean by it is something like this. So let's say we have a diode equation ID, approximately given by Is times e raised to Vd upon eta Vt. That will be replaced by, that can be rearranged, and you can write this form in the form of diode voltage. You can do it very simple. It is Vd can be approximately written as eta Vt into logarithmic log to the ID upon Is. But that means both these equations does not follow Ohm's law. That's why it is non-linear. Are you following? So one of you, all of you note down this Vd equation. Vd is approximately given by eta Vt into logarithmic log to the base e ID upon Is. Okay. So what is this? So we have the circuit with us, circuit number 1. Okay, we have a diode in the circuit, and we have an external voltage VB, and the voltage drop here will be R1 into R1 into Ix current flowing into the circuit, and the voltage across diode D1 is VD1. So we have to find the value of Ix, or we can say the diode current. So now look at the circuit. Try to feel what the circuit is doing first. So the diode D1 is forward biased. It's an assumption. So assume that the diode D1 is forward biased with the application of this applied voltage. Okay. So but you cannot write the diode equation governing the Ohm's law. What we have to do? VD1, how do we write? We'll write VD1 like this. We have to write VD1 is approximately equal to eta Vt into ln of ID1 upon Is, right? And the resistor is governed by Ohm's law. Ohm's law. So the resistor can be written as VR1 is Ix R1. Okay. All of you know KVL. So if we apply KVL in this loop, what you will get? Apply KVL, what you will get? Minus VB plus Ix into R1 plus VD1 is equal to 0. Everyone agree? So minus VB plus Ix into R1 plus VD1 is equal to 0. And what is VD1 from earlier expression? We have to substitute that from the diode equation. So eta Vt into ln of Ix upon I1 is equal to 0. Okay. So we can solve this to find the value of Ix. So how will you solve it? Iteration. So if we know the value of VB and if we know the value of Is, right? You guess the value of Ix first. Ix. So if we know the value of VB and if you know the value of Is, you guess the value of Ix. Okay, so you iterate until Ix is obtained accurately. So if your current Ix is positive, then our assumption was correct. Okay, so the point of this example was, if we use the exponential model given by, whose diode voltage is given by this expression, we will quickly reach a equation that are not easy to solve. Okay, so here it is what I was saying, you can read it about it. So we have to look out for a different diode model that allow us to carry out the calculations in a much simpler manner for the circuits, including the diodes. Wherever we have our diode circuits and resistors in such kind of circuits, where we have diode resistors and all that, we have to make analysis simpler. If you follow this approach, you will quickly, so that's the diode models. And what are the models? You quickly see in the next, we have piecewise model. Here it is. I will. Then we have a constant diode, constant voltage model. This is the second model, and this is the model which is the most famous. And the third one is, if we make VD on equal to 0, we'll go to the third model, that is the ideal diode model. Okay, we'll go to the ideal diode model, which is VD on equal to 0. VD versus ID in milliamperes. Fine with it? Okay, so these are the types of diode models. In the next session, that is 3D, we will be discussing about the piecewise linear model, constant voltage model, and the ideal diode model in brief. Okay, so this is all about lecture number 3C.